Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome, welcome, wherever in the world you are. Happy Friday. Yeah. So, I'm out here on Ion. And it's dark out here. We're going to be scanning the next... I'm scanning more tiles out here. I'm going to do that on the side while we're doing some other stuff. I'm going to figure out getting this warp cell factory up and running. And, you know, going to be a bit of work, but it's okay. We'll get it figured out and going to get it, well, really going. So, making them warp cells, that's the plan. All right, so now I got to get up to about, I don't know, 1200. Let's see. We're going to be flying at around 1200. And yeah, 1200. All right. All right. Now, put the brakes on here. And this should start to grab hold. Looks like it. Anti-grav power 22%. All right. Woohoo! Got it right off the bat. It's dark here again. Yeah. So, wish it wasn't so dark, but it is very dark. And let's see here. Just kind of the way it is, I suppose. So, move this puppy over. This planet's kind of a pain in the butt. It is so tall. Elevation is so high. Okay, looks like we're level now, and we want to keep it at 1202. It's at 1199. $11.98. So we've got the brake on. Try and keep it pretty steady. I'll take the brake off. What is it going to do? Is it going to come up at all? All right, well, we're going to run with this. It's holding steady right there. It's not quite at the, just a couple of meters off, but as long as it holds, we're good. That's all we need. How's everybody doing today? Everybody's awful quiet this morning. Is everybody out partying last night? That's interesting. I just now noticed this down here. Territory ID and system. Never noticed that before. All right, there we go. Hopefully on our way to fortune and glory. I don't know where the glory comes from, but fortune, you know, I might be able to find that. Apocalypse, building more ships. All right. Okay, so, hey Prince, nice to see you, buddy. So here is this setup here, and so we're building the warp. I don't know. Okay, so I thought about this a little bit last night, and I thought about this like, you know, how complicated it was to build this, and then we've got this stuff just packed so close together and everything. And I was thinking to myself, maybe what I need to do is I need to actually spread this out and put this into groupings of the different components that are to be made, because when I look at the factory generator stuff here, it just looks completely overwhelming. And so, you know, like this part looks fine and everything, obviously going, you know, to the different containers and everything, but then, you know, we have all of our stuff here that is, you know, like the Alpha alloy, and so we're gonna make Alpha alloy, and we've got, I don't know, 2 of those, one from pure iron. See, and then it makes catalyst too, which we obviously don't need to make catalyst. So I am looking at all of this and just thinking, okay, I need to probably break it down into little parts, because the way it's looking right now is, you know, difficult. Let's see this. I selected to download this. Let's see what it looks like. Factory map. Wow. I'm not sure that's easier to read. All right. This seems easier. So, anyway, we're gonna start building this, and this may sound crazy, but I think I'm gonna start at the end. Does that make sense? To start at the end and then work our way back over. You know, I don't know if any of you have ever, you know, done that before, but it is a good way to uncomplicate things. And so this is just real life. Sometimes you have a problem that when you look at it and it's so freaking complex that you say, okay, this is my goal, which my goal is all of these making making warp cells and everything, and so, and we've got 13 of them here, so we're going to obviously have a couple of transfer units. So we start at the end, and then you're like, okay, well, what's the second to the last step? And you keep working your way backward. What's required to make this? And then it breaks it down into these little components, so that when you're, because at the beginning you're going, I don't understand how this relates to everything else. But at the end, you know exactly how it relates. So you've solved part of the problem by starting at the end. This is something that I've used in business many, many times. And then you build your path to there. You just build it backwards. And you start at the end, unless it's a piece of IKEA furniture, obviously. But if it was a piece of IKEA furniture and you needed to write the instructions for it, maybe you'd write them backwards. Hey, that's exactly how I feel when I'm doing IKEA furniture. I feel like the idiot that wrote it backwards. Actually, you get some stuff from China or Japan, and they read in the opposite direction as we do in English. And so, it could very well be that it was actually written backwards. All right. So, all right, here's what we're going to do. This is our stuff that we're going to use, and I'm going to start building a line right up here of the final stuff. So, all right, so the first thing we need is a transfer unit that goes to the warp cell stuff. Okay. All right. So there is the transfer unit. And then, did I attach a box to this already? Yes, I did. Okay, so now that transfer unit goes to warp cells. Excellent. We're making progress. We got our first piece. Oh, it seems so ludicrous because there's going to be 142 items in this. Oh, and that's or does that include the containers? We got about 200 items with containers and everything. So, yeah, it's pretty ambitious here. Space Sniffer, hello. Okay, so now there are 2 intermediary boxes that are going to the how am I gonna do this? There are 2 intermediary boxes that are going to go to this, and they really don't need to be these big boxes the way it's going to work out. But all right, well, we're going to have to connect up to this, so we're going to call it we're going to call it warp cell 1 and 2. Or do we call it warp cell 0 and warp cell 1? God, you know, in this sheet here, this list, see they use 0 and 1, and then if there was a third line, there'd be a 2. I guess I'm gonna use the 0 the way they do it. I don't necessarily like that, but yeah, okay. So here we go. We can do this. Okay, now quick text. Warp cell 0. And then quick text. Warp cell 1. Oh my goodness. All right, so now those each need a container. And here's what I do. So with this whole wall of things, I just start here and I go up until there's one that doesn't have anything. That's how I do it. I just take them in order. And there we go. Okay. Now, the next thing to do is this, they're both going to go into this transfer unit. Alright, and then the transfer unit. I've never, okay, I gotta admit something to you. I've never used a transfer unit before. Alright, so. Let's see here. Schematic selection. Here, let me do something else here that might make it a little bit easier for me. And my wife had set up the other factory stuff, so it's my first time ever setting up a transfer unit. I'm sure it's not that hard, but I'm gonna go grab some warp cells. Where'd I put them? Oh, they're all the way over here in the fuel. Alright. Let's just take like 40 of these. And then I can make sure that it's transferring them properly. Furnaces running 24/7. I think I have 16 furnaces, 14 furnaces, something like that. Right, so both of those have some in it, and there's none in there. Okay. Okay, let's see here. There is no schematic, I wouldn't think. Or, yeah, okay, so let's see. How do we do this? Display in containers. Okay. Why doesn't it show the items in here? Display all items. Warp cells. All right. So, Maybe do I have to select warp cell, apply. Okay, grab them from these two, output them to there. All right. All right, we just start it. It's going to transfer one warp cell at a time, I imagine. Why is... okay. We'll just make sure it's working, and then we'll move on to the next thing. All right, I show that it's in there now. Excellent. Okay. Pretty easy. I figured it would be easy, but I had never done it before. Oh, it's taking them in priority. It's not round robining them. How does that work? Doesn't look like you can round robin it. It's just going to take them all from one and then start taking them from the other, I suppose. All right. Well, it's working. We have our first success. Yay! Oh my god! All right, let's look at this. So, some more silver there. Rhodonite there. And a little bit of silver there. But nothing else to write home about. All right. That's fine. So I'm looking for first destination to where we're going to build a base. Plus, I'm not scanning on the same side of the planet. Oh, okay. So it looks like somebody's claimed a spot up here, and they put a ship or dynamic core there and named it Ion Hematite Mega. Probably is going to have some good numbers in it. If we have really good numbers in the one next to it, then I send my miner out to go get the other half of the vein. That's how it works. So that's why I scan other people's tiles anyway. Because sometimes, you know, you get a result that looks like just okay for you, but given that there's a mega next door, makes it real easy to find it. And so, yeah. So we'll see what they got here. Actually, they may already go across these two. You see, they got two of them, but I'm gonna scan it anyway. Okay, I gotta wait until it stops moving here. thing about this. Gotta sit and wait. Right. Looks like it's not moving. There we go. All right, we've got that one transfer unit going there. And then we've got uncommon glass. How many of them? 13, 14 of them. 14 uncommon glass. I think is what these are. I think they're used in someplace else in here too, but all right. All right, that's all of my need for this portion. Hello, Nagy. Okay, so I need 2 boxes. Advanced antimatter core. Advanced antimatter core. Okay. And then advanced quantum alignment. There we go. Okay. And we need 2 boxes of each. All right. Advanced Quantum Alignment Unit. I gotta look on the thing here and see. Yeah, it has these running all separate. Okay. Okay, so these got to connect up to boxes. Okay. Now, got to take as many of these as we can on one and then the other, and put them. The show email got marked as spam today. What, Nagy? Oh, I got it. Well, just tell it it's not spam. Mine came in just fine. All right. How much Vandanite and Cobalt did I find on Simeon? I found no Vandanite, or maybe just a couple liters. Cobalt, a little bit of it. Yeah, thank you, Nagy, for letting me know that. Okay. Now, I gotta hook up each one of these to core 0, core 0. All right. This is a little tedious, but we'll have them up and running here in a second. One more. All right, and the last 4 go to the 1. Means that I probably have like room in this build to expand it even more. Because we're not using all the links on that, but this will be good enough for the moment. Okay, last one. And then I got to link them all back to their containers, their output. All right, and so then they're all going to spit out into these. So, okay, warp cell 0. We gotta do it this way. Okay, and then the rest of them go into 1. All right. Whew. They're all hooked up. Now we got to put schematics in them and everything. Like how I have it organized? Well, I mean, I'll be putting everything back into holy shit. Back into a setup here, and making it look all pretty after I got everything up and running. Okay, look at this holy shit thing here. That's a 5,000 kiloliter hematite node. That's the biggest I've ever seen. Oh my god. Now somebody already owns this, so but I scanned it anyway, and yeah, I've never seen a single node that big. I have a 4 a 4 million one. It's up on one of the moons, but it spans across 3 tiles. That is 5 million in a single tile. Holy cow. They must have been dancing for joy when they found that. That is a monster. They grabbed the tile next to it too, so I suspect that it goes over into this tile a little bit. Oh, no, they got a limestone one here. Holy shit. 1.7 million. Wow. All right. So, yeah, they got 2 tiles right next to each other. All right, this one is not claimed. And it doesn't have anything special in it. That's why it's not claimed. All right. Huh. Wow, I am super impressed by that tile. 5 million hematite in it. That is a winner. That is the biggest hematite node, or that's the biggest node I've ever seen. I've never seen one that big. I've seen 4 million something. I've never seen one over 5. So, yeah, pretty amazing. Now, just because, you know, people have stuff like that out here doesn't mean that there's not more of it. So, I'm finding stuff even these days. If I can scan 100 tiles in a day, I can usually find one really good node. Boy, that is close to that peak. Yeah, look at that. My hover's just kicked off. All right. That's what I mean by dodging the peaks. Holy cow. So, all right, we done moving? Looks like it. No, we're not done moving. It moved. Okay, now we look good. Right, this one's still running, which means we didn't move at all. We're good. Okay. Wow. That is, that is pretty amazing on the amount of ore in that. Wow. Okay. I have all the links done. Now let's put all the schematics in these and fire them up and tell them to start working. Oh, but do I have some product I can put in here? I may. Yeah. So advanced antimatter core. $821. All right, so let's do one. That one. Just in there. Okay, Advanced Quantum Alignment Unit. Okay. Ralph, hello. Problem, a lot of the claim tiles owners don't play anymore. Well, okay, so if that's the case, then they'll become available. They will become available eventually, even maybe when the ground wars come in, they'll be easy targets to attack, stuff like that. So it'll get taken care of. It'll cause quite a rush whenever we're able to attack those. It'll be kind of fun. Okay, schematic selection. Let's see, schematic bank. Linked container. Warp cell. And these just run. My goal will be, once this is all up and running, that these warp cell ones are always running. So it's going to take 44 minutes. All right, so same thing here. Schematic bank, warp cell, schematic selection, warp cell, and then start. Okay. So oops. Yep, so it doesn't have enough product to start that one up. So it's just waiting. I like this how after you select it switches to this screen now, because it didn't used to. And it makes perfect sense that it just automatically switches to the screen, but it didn't used to when they first introduced the schematics. Oh, God, I keep closing it for schematic selection. Some sort of upkeep system for claim territory. Well, there will be, you'll have to defend it. I mean, you will be able to attack others. I think it's through a war declaration system. That's what I've heard, but I don't know what it'll be by the time, you know, it comes around. this one should start up when I select it. It's on the next set. Yep, there it goes. So talk about a fee, monthly fee on territory units. I don't know. I don't recall anything about that, but talk is just talk, you know. All right. Some of them are running green there, which means they are up and running. Woohoo! It's building some. The number you have out there got your attention. Well, we're already paying a fee to place them. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. By the way, did you get in on the giveaway yet today? Exclamation point giveaway. 1 month code for the game. But also, you know, if you notice on there, we have those pocket ships from Sissadrift. And they fly very, very fast. They're very nice. One of the nicest pocket ships I've seen. And we're giving away 3 of those. And they'll be in Marquee Dragon colors. So, get in on that too. Alright. This dragon's happy. He's got some of it up and running already. I wonder if I want to cinch all that up together. Or am I going to cinch it all up over there once I get done? I worry that it might be a little bit too close to each other to see links and stuff. Yeah. Alright, so we'll look at the schematics here now. So we've got all of this done. Now what we need to do is all of this. Exceptional parts advanced antimatter core. Okay. Wow, look at all these things that go into that. Holy Jesus. Man. Damn. Okay, so we got 13 of those. No. Got 18 of those. Holy cow. Why do we have 3 of them together like that? So that one goes directly into the 4 set, and it doesn't have any it doesn't have any of the, it doesn't use a transfer unit. Okay. And the advanced quantum alignment units, that one also has a set of 5 that goes into those 4. Wow. Alright, well, we're going to start at the bottom here. And look at, well, are we? Jesus Christ. Look at all of these things that are involved in making just those. So advanced quantum alignment unit. All right. So we'll tackle one thing at a time. And so we're going to have to make all of these boxes 1 and 2 and oh, look at that. So those ones go into a container that wow, this is a little bit complicated. So these go into this container where these ones go into this, and they don't have a second thing, but it all, so these machines are going to hook up to a different those bottom machines. Man. I was trying to wrap my head around this. So even going backwards, it's still complicated. All right. So, well, let's get these, we got to get all these boxes set up. So it's 2 boxes for each one of these. And do any of these use the same? Let's see, advanced medium capsule, basic LED, basic quantum core, polycarbonate, no, uncommon quantum core. All right, none of these don't share. I was just checking to see if these share any of the same components, and they don't. So, yeah. All right, let's look at this. A whole 192 liters of that. Nothing. All right, nothing too interesting. Hey, didn't have to dodge any mountains that time. This mountain dodging, I don't know if I'm a fan. You know? Don't know if I'm a fan. It's still moving. I'll give it just a second here. It's like, would stronger brakes help to get that stop moving sooner, or would it make it take longer? See, it's still moving. You can see the number on the left there where it says 1203, and it's just slowly ticking to 1202. Now, ever so slowly. It's still moving. Gee whiz. God, it's still moving. I'd rather land on the ground, I think. That's what I think. Using atmosphere hold, which seems to be working. Huh, that's an interesting thought. All right, well, let's try it. Seems to be working. Okay. So, we've got to set up all of these boxes now. Okay, so advanced quantum core. I wonder if I can copy and paste. No, it's on an image. Darn it. Type it all out. Basic LED. Basic quantum core. Polycalcite plastic. Let's see if I can spell this right. Okay, and then polycarbonate plastic. Then polysulfide. And then uncommon quantum core. About a customer here real quick. Hello, Dirk. How's it going, buddy? Going well? Yeah, things are going good here, too. So, just doing this complicated build here. Man, it's complex. So, let's see. Uncommon quantum core. Last one in this set. Okay, now I need to set up boxes for all of these. Okay, advanced quantum core. Basic LED. Okay, so we're at the top there. Start here now. Nice thing about using these, if I need to expand because I need to hold more or something like that, then I can just add another box to the hub instead of connecting everything to the boxes. And I can also manage, you know, other stuff, like just it makes it really easy to look at, you know, how much I have of everything. Basic quantum core. Polycarbonate plastic. Polycalcite. These names, they're probably real names, you know. worked at a plastics molding company for a little while. They paid pretty good, but man, I did not like the work. All right, that is all hooked up. Now we're doing uncommon electronics. So we got these uncommon electronics, and how many are we doing here? How did I... Come on, unselect that. Why have you got everything selected? Come on. There we go. So... How many of these are we putting up? Holy cow. 18 of them. Whew. Okay, so these first 5 all go to the... They go directly to these other... where the warp cell containers drop from. God, how am I going to figure that out? Okay, so warp cells, the second set of warp cells. Which is these right here. So these are all going to go to the 1s. Oh, but how does it know where to pull them? Oh, God. All right, uncommon electrons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Start there. This one's not going to use a transfer unit either. Alright. Uncommon
Welcome,
electrons.
Elder Dragon. So, you think you're worthy of being a Marquee Dragon subscriber? Duke isn't so sure of that. Get in line with the other dragons and show me what you're made of. What are you waiting for? Get over there before I open a can of whoop ass.
Is it Theo? Anyway, thank you for the sub. And let me hook you up. Much appreciated for subscribing. And there's 1,000 gold to you. Spend that however you want. Dungeon raids, dancers, or the Space Prince. And another 10 gold to everybody here in your honor. So thank you, thank you. All right, what did I say? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I need 5 of these. Hey, these have a shit ton of things that have to connect up to them. Wow. But on the outflow of them, they go to, see, this Advanced Quantum Alignment Unit. Alright, so they all go out to that right there. Alright, let's hook that portion up. Advanced Quantum Alignment Unit 1. Now there's a whole bunch of stuff I got to put into it. Each one of these. Warrior, how's it going, buddy? Still working on getting this set up. I'm getting there, though. It's just proved to be a little bit more complicated than what I expected. So I'm doing it in reverse order. Started at the end, working our way toward the beginning. Okay. The joys of factory work. I mean, once I get it up and running, well, I'm not stumped. I'm just working the way through it slowly. Be nice if you could have a config on a unit and then copy and paste the duplicate. Yes, that would be very nice. There is no such thing. All of a sudden that feels like that is just too damn logical. Okay. Nothing here. There. Nothing there. Yeah, well, that would be a nice little, you know, thing for us, wouldn't it? Alright, we'll let it settle in. It's still moving a little bit. God, I wish I could figure out a way to make this a little bit more efficient. It's still moving. Only a tiny bit, but it's still moving. Okay. Looks like it stopped moving now. Oh man, it hasn't stopped moving. Alright, well, it's still running, so that's a good sign. Okay. So, alright, each one of these now. So advanced quantum core, and we're connecting up the ones. To each one of these.
Welcome to the Dragons.
All right. James, thank you for the sub on YouTube. Welcome. Right, so that was the advanced quantum core, and then we need basic LED 1. Okay, and the next basic quantum core 1. And then polycalcitite plastic 1. Is that the right one? Oh, why doesn't it show me that? Okay. Alright, and then polycarbonate plastic 1. Polysulfide plastic 1. Right. And then uncommon quantum core 1, and then that is all of those, and we can see if they'll fire up. After I put product in them. Hey Timothy. Yeah, my beard, I'm about ready to trim it some. Maybe down about here, so it's too long. Okay, so I have some of these things. So advanced quantum core. Okay. Basic LED. A basic quantum core. Polycalcitite plastic. Polycarbonate plastic. Polysulfide plastic. It'd be so nice when this is all up and running. Uncommon quantum core. Alright, those are all stocked. And now we can start putting stuff into these. And it's going to be the Advanced Quantum Alignment Unit. Wow, look at all that stuff. That's the most complicated piece I've ever built. 44 minutes. All right. Okay, Advanced Quantum Alignment Unit. Set. I have a total of like 18 of those to put together though. But they're in different sets because they go to different boxes and blah. Okay, so those are all running. Yeah, skills reduce time a lot. I've got, this character is skilling all of this. And, Moria offered to come over and start and stop them all. Get bonuses. I don't know if I'm going to do that though, Morier. And because I might just take some satisfaction in, you know, working my way up and seeing the improvements as I go. I know it'll be less efficient, but it's kind of the fun. It's kind of like character development, which is actually that's exactly what it is, but it's represented in manufacturing efficiency and stuff. Yeah, the machines are not aligned. No, they're not. And so I'll these are all aligned, but I had to start pulling them apart because I've had to start putting this together in a particular order to make it easier to manage. And then once I get them all working, then I'll see about putting it all back together again. So, yeah. My OCD probably will not allow me to just leave it the way this is. So. Alright, so we've completed this little portion right here. And so we have more advanced quantum alignment units. How am I going to make this work? I have to build a couple of swap boxes. So this is the advanced quantum alignment unit, what's left of it. So these go directly to these machines. But these ones are going to need to go to intermediary boxes. Before a transfer unit pulls from those and puts it over to there. And it's because of the number of connections. Let me think about that for just a moment. Stepping away for just a moment. Be right back. All right, so Pawn says, honestly, there are no skills that affect warp cells, so no matter what your skills are, it will never produce more than the number of furnaces you have. That's interesting, because if this whole thing here doesn't take into account the number of, or your skills, then if you're able to speed up other things, then it might be worth my while to add a few more warp cell production to it. Warrior says warp cells are affected by skills now. You build up stock. Yeah, okay. Alright, Warrior. So like Warrior, mine when I started it said take 44 minutes. So is yours on a, if you have higher skills than me, is yours on a smaller timeline? There's probably some efficiency stuff too. I mean, there may not be efficiencies on that because it uses only just 2 parts, but yours is 41 minutes. Okay, so there is something there. Yeah, all right. Well, it'll you know, if it starts building up, then I'll add another machine in. It'll be easy with the way this is set up to add another one. I think I have 14 right now, so I could add it up to another 6. All right, nothing special here. There's 20 silver there. I don't know that it's enough to go digging after or not, but 6 silver there. So this is what I've scanned so far out here. Handling skills would affect bad build time on the warp cells. Wait, but I have max handling. So if handling skills are the things that affect it, then why am I at 44 instead of 41? Because my character that put those down is the max, unless me moving them reset that. Shouldn't have. I didn't pick them up and place them back down again. I just did a move on them. I'm dropping frames. Looks like it's back. I'm getting really tired of these dropped frames. Service I'm using. I may have to switch. Coming up here sometime soon. All right.